When the alien armada arrived above Earth, it did not come with fire. That was the first thing that unsettled the generals. 7 colossal vessels slid out of a violet distortion over the Pacific, each one shaped like a broken ring, their surfaces shimmering as if reality itself struggled to touch them. No weapons ports opened. No energy signatures spiked. The ships simply waited, hanging in the sky like patient gods. Within minutes, every satellite feed, radar array, and telescope on the planet was locked onto them. Panic rippled through cities. Markets froze. Religious leaders spoke of judgment. Military leaders prepared for annihilation. And then a single transmission arrived. Not a demand, not a threat, a request. We seek dialogue. Send one representative. Unarmed. The alien language was translated instantly, woven into every major tongue on Earth, as if the speakers had studied humanity for centuries. The United Earth Council convened an emergency session beneath Geneva, in a chamber designed during the last World War. Hardened diplomats argued with trembling voices. Generals slammed fists against steel tables. No one trusted the message. "It's a trap," said General Kessler. "You don't cross interstellar distances to talk." "And yet they haven't fired," countered Ambassador Rao. "If they wanted us dead, this conversation wouldn't be happening." Arguments circled for hours, until exhaustion forced a decision. They would send a representative, but not a soldier, not a politician, not a scientist seeking glory. They chose Elias Ward. Elias was not famous. He had no medals, no commanding presence. He was a systems ethicist, a man whose career revolved around predicting unintended consequences. He had advised on artificial intelligence containment, ecological collapse modeling, and post-war reconciliation frameworks. He was known for one unsettling trait. He never asked what could be won, only what could be lost. When the council told him the aliens demanded he arrive unarmed, Elias nodded. "Of course," he said. "Weapons would only distract them from my offer." "What offer?" asked the Secretary General. Elias looked up slowly. "One they won't like." The shuttle carrying Elias was a small thing against the alien ship's immensity. As it approached the nearest vessel, the ring structure unfolded, opening like a vast mechanical iris. Elias felt no fear, only a heavy, sobering calm. He carried no weapon, no hidden tech, only a thin data plate and the weight of 8 billion lives behind his eyes. Inside, the alien ship defied expectation. There were no corridors, no visible machinery. The space flowed organically, walls bending like liquid crystal. Light pulsed gently, responding to his presence. 3 figures emerged. They were tall, elongated, their bodies wrapped in layered membranes that shimmered with shifting colors. Their faces, if they could be called that, were smooth ovals, marked by clusters of luminous nodes that flickered as they spoke. "We are the Ketheri," they said, voices harmonized into a single, resonant tone. "You are human. You come unarmed. This is unexpected." Elias inclined his head. "Violence would imply I believe I can win. I don't." That made the lights on their faces stutter. "Then why are you here?" "To make you an offer," Elias replied. The Ketheri exchanged subtle color shifts, their equivalent of curiosity. "Speak." The Ketheri explained themselves first, as if it were only polite. They were not conquerors, they said. They were curators. A civilization older than Earth's multicellular life, tasked, by whom, they did not say, with preserving cosmic stability. When a species reached a certain technological threshold, it became a variable. Some variables were too dangerous to leave unchecked. "We have observed your kind," the Ketheri said. "You innovate faster than you mature. You weaponize before you understand. You fracture into tribes while holding extinction-level tools. Elias listened silently. In 2.3 of your centuries, they continued, you will either collapse your biosphere or export your violence beyond your system. Both outcomes destabilize regions we are sworn to protect. So you're here to stop us, Elias said.
Yes.
There are several acceptable interventions. Elias swallowed. Define acceptable. The Ketheri did not hesitate. Genetic dampening of aggression. Technological regression. Or removal. The word removal echoed in the chamber like a silent scream. Elias closed his eyes briefly. 8 billion lives. Every story. Every mistake. Every unfinished dream. And, you want our consent? He asked. No, the Ketheri said. We offer you awareness. Consent is irrelevant. Elias smiled faintly. Then my offer is going to upset you. He activated the data plate. A three-dimensional model bloomed between them, not of Earth, but of the Ketheri themselves. Their star systems. Their population nodes. Their energy lattices. The colors on the Ketheri faces flared sharply. How do you possess this data? They demanded. Elias met their gaze. Because humans are very good at one thing you underestimated. Which is watching the watchers. He expanded the model, revealing branching projections, simulations of futures. Some showed Ketheri systems dimming. Others showed cascading failures across their network. You're not gods, Elias said calmly. You're a civilization under strain. Your role as curators has stretched you thin. You've eliminated thousands of species, not out of malice, but efficiency. Each time, you believed you were preventing greater harm. The Ketheri's lights flickered erratically now. You presume too much. I presume pattern, Elias rep.
Lied.
And here's the pattern you missed. Every time you erase a species at our stage, you reduce long-term entropy control. You remove chaos, but you also remove adaptation. Silence fell. Elias took a slow breath. This was the moment. My offer is this, he said. Don't interfere with humanity. The Ketheri's membranes rippled. Unacceptable. Let me finish, Elias said gently. Don't interfere, and in return, humanity becomes your buffer. The word buffer resonated strangely in the alien tongue. We will do what you no longer can, Elias continued. We will absorb the chaotic variables you're afraid of. We'll handle first contact with emerging species. We'll make mistakes. We'll suffer losses. But we'll adapt in ways your civilization no longer does. You expect us to entrust you with galactic stability? The Ketheri asked, disbelief coloring their lights. No, Elias said. I expect you to be terrified of the alternative. He changed the projection. Now, the simulations showed something else. Humanity surviving intervention. Learning. Reverse engineering fragments of Ketheri technology. Developing asymmetric strategies. Spreading, not in conquest, but in defiance. You see, Elias said quietly, if you erase us, you create an enemy you can't predict. A story that ends with us, or something that comes after us, learning how to hide from you. How to wait. The chamber seemed to contract. And if you let us live, Elias continued, you get a species reckless enough to walk into the unknown first. A species that argues with itself constantly, but still moves forward. A species that can fail 1,000 times and still stand back up. The Ketheri were silent for a long time. Your offer, they said at last, is not peace. No, Elias agreed. It's partnership through mutual fear. The debate among the Ketheri lasted hours, or perhaps seconds. Time felt fluid within the ship. Their lights pulsed, dimmed, flared again. Elias waited, unarmed and utterly exposed. Finally, they turned back to him. If we accept, they said, your species will be watched. Elias nodded. We already are. If you fail, they continued, there will be no second offer. Elias thought of Earth, of oceans and children and arguments and love and terrible, beautiful chaos. Fair, he said. The Ketharis stepped aside. The chamber's walls opened, revealing the vastness of space beyond. Then go, they said. And understand this, human. Your offer terrifies us because it means surrendering control. Elias allowed himself a small, tired smile. Welcome to being alive, he said. The alien armada departed without another word. Across Earth, people watched the skies empty. No invasion came. No miracle followed. Just the quiet return of stars. Elias returned to no parades, no monuments. The details of the encounter were classified, buried beneath layers of security. Officially, the aliens had left due to mutual non-aggression agreements. Unofficially, humanity had been given something far more dangerous than destruction.
Time.
In the years that followed, Earth changed, not because of alien technology, but because of alien pressure. Humanity argued harder, cooperated faster, and feared extinction just enough to stay curious. And far beyond human space, the Kethari watched. For the first time in eons, they did not know how the story would end. And that uncertainty frightened them more than any weapon ever could.